That would be the live button again. Hello, hello. More racing coming your way. With a I just had a look at the official live stream, then one of the guys is drifting the Ford GT40 like it was a drift car. Yeah. Well, we are in for some more driving. So let's do some of the tricks that I remember. Like this, front brake duct. I don't know which one is more open. I'll probably just leave it like that. There we go. Right, so we're waiting then for the gridding exercise, or what you want to call it, putting people on the right spot on the grid. I honestly still don't remember where I'm starting. I did the qualifying for this, but I don't remember where where I positioned the car. It doesn't really matter anyway, because I am driving in the slowest one, and it's the third the third car, so I'm not the one who scores points either, so. And that being said, if I had just been able to finish when I did this, the first race, if I'd been able to actually drive the car back then I would have been picking points, because Leonard was moved in a crash and dropped the lap down behind me. So, yeah. Oh, 12th, yeah. Starting 12th, that's gotta be a task. But yeah. Well, Crush is starting behind me, and he is a lot faster, so I hope that he will come past quite early. He's not that far behind me though, he's in the position behind me. And Mirvold is starting at 7th, so that's good. Might snag some points and everything in here. That would be nice. Hello, kitty. I didn't get rFactor 2 this time, so that's good. Yeah, I forget 80. Come on. A bit more of an accordion now than I had when I was starting in pole position for a previous race that I did. One Crash had a slow start behind me. But then again, he has to start braking about a week before he actually has to go into the corner with that Ford. only 4 gears in this car. Laps. And I am again just behind Björn. He outbraked himself, so it was easy for me to get past. This car is so much nicer to drive now that it hasn't been in the wall. But it's still moving quite a bit from side to side. So what time is it now? It's about 10 minutes past 1. Got out of bed roughly half an hour ago and jumped straight on to do this. I thought I got a blue flag for something up to the left there, but I was grew to rejoined, and the icon popped up back in the pits. That might have been a bit too late on the brakes. Oh, that was good. It worked out good. Well, good enough. So up one position and on the first lap, that's good. I think it might be. I think it did in the first race. Oh, here comes Björn. Looks like I've got different gearing on the cars. I was about to say that this might not end well, but I got by. So one on the side there. Looks like the chaparral is ahead of us. Chaparral. The winged car. It looked like he went for a move that he couldn't get the stick. .422. I had a 4:17 in the qualifying with this car. So there is more performance to pick up. But of course, if you take out another 50 liters on the car, it's gonna be a lot easier to drive with the a lot less weight. Well, I say easier to drive, it's maybe not the case. Again, in a little bit of a gray zone onto the onto the straight. On the Tête Rouge. Oh, someone going straight ahead in the braking zone there. And one of the cats, they're 8 years old. One of the cats is using some energy in the living room. I was a bit hairy in the braking zone. And I think that's some flat spotting also. I would be better off by with braking a little bit earlier. told you shaking Bjorn behind me. Or maybe not. Maybe it's not Bjorn. No, it's not. That might be one of the Ferraris. No. $4.19. Oh, it was actually one of the Lolas. But it's a lot faster than me in it, so... be better off by just letting him go. Because that is a lot better than trying to fight. At least for me in this car, that's a bit like a boat to drive. So someone is out of the race. Matteo. It's the advertising board. I was wondering what that yellow thingy was. Oh, that must have been a cut. Yeah. I did expect it to drift a little bit more out of the... or move a little bit more than it actually did into Mulsanne there, but well, okay, fine. It's, that is fair. But that is the first cut track warning I've gotten since I started driving on Thursday. So it's not too bad. Björn getting closer behind me again? I think he might. Oh, that must have been a heavy hit. Oh. So Crash had a crash with the GT40. That's a car that you have to commit early to braking, and he was a bit too late. Slightly off camera on the exit of that one, which is pulling you towards the towards the gravel trap on the outside. Yeah, Björn is a lot closer this time than it was just 2 laps ago. Or just 1 lap ago even. So the other loader that overtook me the start of last lap is just vanished. So it feels like some of the other drivers around there has an extra 100 horsepower. Could also be that I've practiced. And do have a talent for driving fast. Because I really don't. But in the end, this is something we do for fun. And I'm enjoying this. Enjoying it big time. And compared to the shorter one that we did 2 years ago, in which the race department team actually won, I've actually contributed with points this time around. And not only been the rear gunner who's been back behind. In case something goes wrong with the cars ahead. For 19.3, that's not too shabby. And Bjorn seemingly did something quite similar behind me there. Well, given that that Crash also did crash the car. Crash is GT40, that means that unless we have another catastrophe, then I might actually be bringing in some... well, I will be bringing in some points for the team this time as well. Even though I'm in the slowest car, well, the third slowest car on the grid. Well, I might actually be the slowest car, because the Chaparral is some distance up ahead. Chaparral also has the DRS, because it has an adjustable wing on the top of the car. We are catching up to somebody. But given the difference in pace, this must be someone we are catching by the lap. No! It is actually for position. Philip. Must be nursing a problem with the car, man. Yeah, that's... That's clearly a sick GT40. And really not the best place to pass it. Cost me a little bit of time towards Bjorn. Halfway into the race now. Well, according to the counter, I do have plenty of fuel. Which is nice. It's a lot easier to keep track of than the the race with the Porsche 962 that we did in grid 5. I did have to do a little bit of fuel saving in that one. And crashes out completely. So the pressure increases. Yeah, Dennis will be back to drive it in the final race, so that's good. He's practiced with the car. Makes it a bit easier. Yeah, that also helps. Yep. Yep, see ya. So the fuel is coming down quite a bit in the car. The performance is coming up. Well, the car performance, at least. At points, it looks like, it feels like the car is bouncing around like on a pogo stick. Whoop. Don't spin it now, you... Well, 417.7. That is only a couple of tenths behind what I did in qualifying. So apart from those, that final chicane, that was a pretty solid lap. And just from the visual in the mirror, it looks like I gained a bit of time on Bjorn behind me as well. That was not a good spot to catch him. Well, it didn't drop that much time actually. And got a good exit. Yeah. Not too bad it wasn't for position. Yeah, started to put in qualifying laps in the race. That probably says more about me being a bad qualifier. Slow qualifying driver. Rather than a fast racing driver. But this is usually the way it goes in my racing career. That I'm putting in better lap times in the race than I do in practice and qualifying and stuff. Because practice and qualifying, I'm not that really... I don't know, I struggle to turn on for it in a way. Whoop. Because it's the race that really counts. Too late on the brakes. Again. It actually cost me quite a bit of time. Let me go on the outside. Yep, thank you. That's another bad spot to catch up the traffic. was another one of the top cars that way we actually passed. Well, yeah, top cars, but seemingly a driver struggled with it. And that was a lot of time gained on the best lap time after I passed him there. Philip has retired. The one with the GT40 that we passed. Well, for position actually a couple of laps ago. Oh, and again bouncing. Don't hit the grass, you fool. That's a good thing, there is a little bit of a gap there. Well, the car is somewhat easier to drive now. Less fuel in it. Looks like we might also have been able to remove the flat spots that we got quite early on. Oh, I think we're about to go a position down. Because the car in the mirror, I don't think it's Björn. Or is it? Maybe it is. Oh, there's a yellow flag ahead. There was a yellow flag ahead. .418. In itself not a bad lap time, but given the ones that I have done lately. Feels a bit too slow. I don't need to spin out of Tête Rouge. Does that only give Björn a better chance to catch up? Who is ahead of us though? Is it the guy in 9th who we're catching up to? Or is it the lapped car? Might not find out until I watch the replay. Oh, but there are several cars behind there. All of a sudden. That's not good. Not good news. Yeah, because these are some of the faster cars. That's coming up there. Like a lot faster. Wow, that GT40 is like a rocket. But of course, it doesn't help him that it goes like that. Stay behind now. I will be losing this position. There's no question about that. But I will not... I'll try to not lose it in the place where I actually do make my lap time compared to that car. Well, and the car ahead of us is slipping away. There's a chaparral in between the cars behind us. Okay. And I think it's another Lola as well. That white one. It's the same livery as the one who passed us earlier in the race and just vanished up the road. Yeah, 9th position is running away. Bruno, who he's always been fast whenever I've seen him on the tracks or on the circuit, in any of the grids. Is he close enough to go by now, or will it be another one? That'll be... Well, I'll have to wait. I've actually put in a little bit of a gap to the cars behind again. What the hell was that? When you push someone off the track, you wait for them. That was completely uncalled for. Exactly, and then it goes into the pits with the damage. Or is that... Well, I might have just imposed that drive-through penalty on himself, by the way. There is a rule about that for this race. Come to think of it. But if you do something wrong, then you take the drive-through penalty. If you, especially when you know that you've done something wrong. But the damage to the car has left me vulnerable now for Björn. Of course it has, going into the final lap. Well, he's got to work for it. Oh wow, it's twitching. It's twitching a lot. It was going so well up to that point. Quite good in control and everything, but let's try to keep it now for the end. Easy enough here, but in towards Indianapolis I think it'll get me. Gonna suffer a little bit with the top speed as well, with damage. There's a little bit of a gap down from Bjorn and down to 12th position though, so I might be able to hold on to 11th at least. Twitchy, you say? Back to holding on for dear life now. Oh. Oh, that's awesome. That is really, really well done. 27 liters still in the tank. That's not the right button. That's the right button. So we got Arnaud ahead of us in the Chaparral. Fabrice and Jabra in a that was awesome. Right, that was the end of this race. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. I will be doing. You can hear this chatter going on the TeamSpeak, I guess. I'll be doing grid 5 at least. I don't know if I will be doing grid 4, but I'll at least be doing grid 5, which is in another hour and a bit. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you later on. Bye bye.